boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
This Saturday, two undefeated super middleweights, Diego Pacheco and Kevin Lily Saggio, clash for the WBC silver and WBO international titles, eyeing a world title shot. You can watch it live this Saturday only on DAZN. That is then, this is now. It's another huge night of Champions League action tonight.
Bounties for Schick, who shoots from the halfway line. Oh my word! What a goal from Patrick Schick!
Bounties kindly for Harvey Barnes, and he's done it again. It's Harvey Barnes for Newcastle United.
If Newcastle can grab a spell of momentum, they can definitely go and win this.
And it's in! Onyedika has given Club Brugge the lead. Martinelli is clear. Can he round it off? He does! Arsenal sitting pretty at the top of the Champions League phase table. It has become a rivalry that has defined the European stage over the last half a decade. Inside the penalty area, Haaland! 1-0 Manchester City, flinging it past Edison. Bellingham!
Oh my God!
3-2 Real Madrid.
Bernabeu is not easy, but the draw is the draw, and accept the challenge.
It's a massive night, isn't it? Club Brugge against Arsenal, live in the Champions League, talkSPORT 2, and live on talkSPORT. Leverkusen against Newcastle, also, of course, in the Champions League. Danny alongside Simon. Danny, when you look at it, 12th in the Premier League, 11th in the Champions League. Is there an indifferent feel to Newcastle this season so far? I mean, we're well into December now.
Yeah, it's been a bit inconsistent. I mean, there's been some good highs, great performance against Manchester City, go to Everton and smash them there, played really well in those two games. And they go to Marseille and lose after having the lead. So, yeah, there's inconsistencies there, but I think it's a good squad, and I think it's going to get better. They've had a few problems early in the season with some injuries. They're getting them back now. Wissa's back involved as well, which would be a big plus for them. They don't have to be as heavily reliant on Voltemada. When they're good, they're really good. And there's great potential in the side. The two lads, full-back, the two young English boys, Livramento and Hall, they've only played together, 4 times this season?
I mean, what does better look like, though, Danny? Does better mean that they'll win something?
Well, Champions League qualification, getting through, whether it's playoffs or not, just get through to the knockouts. That's success. That gives them, something to look forward to and gives them momentum and fans excited about what's to come.
Yeah.
Premier League, where the way it's sitting at the moment, you can see it. I mean, anyone who puts a good run of results together gets themselves up in that top 6, top 5 even. It's so tight in Constantino. I mean, Newcastle are capable of going on a good run. So, I think positive. I don't.
Well, you're right about where it might take them, because victory tonight could take them into the automatic qualification spots in Europe. And then, Simon, the first derby of the season was Sunderland.
This is the one.
On Sunday. This is the moment, isn't it? I mean, to this point, have they not been overshadowed by the North-East rivals?
Well, yay and nay. I mean, the expectation of Sunderland is being exceeded by their achievements, because people are marvelling at the fact they've come up and just paid no attention to the Premier League and done their job so well. The fact that Newcastle are playing in the Champions League, the fact that Newcastle are expected to punch really hard and people are watching them and scrutinising them, probably doesn't mean that they're being eclipsed by Sunderland. But what it does mean is that there's a massive opportunity for people to be hugely engaged as neutrals and people that are invested in the game, because at no point when this game was put on the roster did anyone expect it to be anything other than a meaningful game, but not for Sunderland to be in this kind of nick,
exactly,
in this kind of condition, which means that Newcastle have got a real game on their hands here, because they'll be battling for the hearts and minds of their own fans at the backdrop against a derby that hasn't been played for, 9 years?
Well, after a European trip as well.
Yeah. So it's going to be a hell of a game. I mean, hell of a game.
It brings back memories of Di Canio running up and down the touchline at St James's Park. I mean,
but that was a decline in Sunderland. This is a Sunderland.
They're on the rise. Newcastle's new chief exec, David Hopkinson, he says Newcastle will be regarded as one of the world's top football clubs and in a position to win the Premier League in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years. When the Saudis went in there, Simon, all the talk was, Well, they're going to win it.
Of course, because everyone didn't understand the ramifications of what PSR was going to take a bite out of their backsides and not allow them to do it. They all align themselves with this 2030 project. Everything about Saudi, every investment is based upon the 2030 project, which is the development of their country. So all they align their sports interests and all the media activity around the 2030 project. So, of course, this fella is now aligning himself to the fact that Newcastle are going to be a powerful force in world football by 2030.
Yeah.
The challenge for Newcastle is how? How? Are suddenly Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and all the other iconic legacy clubs in English football just going to fall off a cliff? Are Newcastle going to operate in a vacuum? The problem for Newcastle is how. Unless there's going to be a governance change, who knows, there may well be, unless they're going to allow Newcastle to spend what Man City were able to spend, what Chelsea were able to spend, how are you going to create a club that did what Man City and Chelsea have done, which is dominate English football? You ain't.
That's the point, Danny, isn't it? I mean, Hopkinson is saying our job is to set ourselves up to be perennial contenders. Always contending for it.
Yeah.
How are they going to do it?
Well, they won't be able to, because the only way you compete with Liverpool, City and Arsenal to get the best players is by paying them the same wages, or if not more, to go to Newcastle, and they can't do it.
Interesting language, don't it? Perennial contenders. It's not perennial winners, is it? And the more they stay in the Champions League, the more they stay in the Champions League, the more they build the turnover.
Yeah.
So this process of perennial contenders is based upon being in the Champions League every season, because every time they go in the Champions League, they get 50, 60 million as an opportunity. That gives them a 50, 60 million opportunity in their turnovers. They build more commercial revenue attached to it. They get past the APT of associated party transactions and get more commercial sponsorship, and they build up to 400 million turnover, and then they might have a chance. But where you do that, but that ignores the fact that Arsenal keep going up and away.
Yeah.
So do Liverpool.
Yeah.
So do the other teams that are already in position with their turnovers.
So is it pie in the sky? Hopkinson thinks Premier League title winners in the next 5 years. Do you think there will be?
I hope they are. I hope they are.
I would love them to be.
So me too.
So would I, because it'd make for
the
more
region,
interesting league,
for the Premier League.
Yeah.
For the value of the Premier League. Who wants a 2-horse race? You can have that in La Liga.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't got the broadcast rights. Tabbies can pee and whine about what they haven't got, but they haven't got a league like ours.
Okie dokie. Thank you so much. Danny Murphy, as always.
I enjoyed it.
Did you? Great.
Even from afar at times.
Well, that's fine.
Even with the bias.
Luckily for me, I lock horns with Mr. Jordan tomorrow morning again at 10. It's coming up to 1 o'clock this Wednesday lunchtime.